My cell phone rang at 4 a.m. Who could be calling me at this hour? My story editor had called me from New York City, not realizing that I was in Hawaii. She wanted my permission to write about my documentary, and me, in her monthly column, Ask the Documentary Doctor. I had just visited my mom the night before at St. Francis Hospital. This was news that I wanted to share with her on my next visit. I stayed up and did the dishes before going back to sleep. I had just about fallen asleep when the phone rang again. At 5:10 a.m., the hospital called, letting us know that Mom had awakened, then a few minutes later suffered a massive stroke. I knew that this was the beginning of the end of Mom's life. A little less than 10 years earlier, in November 1993, we received a similar early morning wake-up call from the hospital, letting us know that my sister Leslie just had a cerebral hemorrhage. We took her off life support a few hours later and she died. Parent-teacher conference. Mother described Dougie's hyperactivity at home and seems to fear Dougie's temper tantrums. We have dessert every night now because he puts up such a fuss. We discussed ways of controlling his manipulations.
Hi, Doug. I guess I missed you. I just got up myself at 6:20, but I called to wish you a happy birthday, and I'll call you later on again and try to catch you during the day. Okay, have a happy day. Bye-bye.
How would I find her? Oh, there's Mom standing by the parking garage of the Howard Johnson Motel. On July 13, 2002, I met my parents in New York City. Mom and Dad had flown in from the European vacation. I had visited New York City on at least 8 separate occasions while growing up in Hawaii. Mom loved showing us the city. She lived here for 3 years while she studied occupational therapy at Columbia University. On her last day in the city, Mom wanted to visit Greenwich Village to see how it had changed. We walked past McDougal Street, and Mom told me for the last time the story of how she had named me Lowell Douglas.
And our pediatrician said that he didn't speak because he didn't have to. He had no need to, because all his needs were being met. For instance, if he was hungry, he would come to the kitchen when I was in the kitchen, and he would point to something like the refrigerator, or just grunt, and I would know what he would want, whether he wanted a drink of juice, a drink of milk, or something to eat. He would approach the refrigerator.
Tastes filling, Mom told me. She put a spoonful of egg salad in my mouth. This was good, I thought, but I still didn't like to eat sandwiches for lunch at school. I attended kindergarten at the Variety Club School, a private school for children with learning disabilities. They didn't have a cafeteria, and you had to bring your lunch from home. Because I didn't like to eat sandwiches, Mom made me a hot lunch every morning. She heated up leftovers from dinner from the night before. This was in the days before microwave ovens were a fixture in every home. Mom steamed the rice and heated the dinner in a pot over a gas burner. She boiled water and heated the thermos container up so my lunch would remain hot. When I got older, Mom made me sandwiches for lunch like my brother and sister, and I ate them. We always had some treat to eat with our sandwich, whether it was homemade cookies or chips. I want to go to mango. Surrender to mango.
Okay, just a double size?
Yeah. I love you, Mom said to me in the evening of March 31st, 2003. Mom announced that she was going to die today and she wanted to talk to me and my brothers before she died. She told my brother Jeff to tell me to call her. Calling Mom wasn't high on my priorities that day. I was in a rush to put the finishing touches on my documentary. I had just had a consultation with my story editor and was working frantically to finish my documentary so that I could mail it to my sound mixer in Chicago. He would mix the sound in time for the documentary's world premiere at a film festival. I finally called Mom after Jeff asked me why I hadn't called Mom. You're not going to die today, Mom. You're being negative. She said, I can't explain it. A person just knows when their time is near. I don't want to argue with you, Mom said. I'm going to hang up now. I thought, what if she was right and she did die tonight? Is this the last conversation that I want to have with my mom? I brought my full attention to Mom and we spoke. I told her about my documentary and that I was going to see her in Hawaii on April 12, 2003. Mom did not die on March 31st or April 2nd, the other day that she said she was going to die. I had spent most of the last 3 months working to finish a documentary that I thought was going to play in a lot of film festivals. Mom had a stroke just prior to my 3 months of working on the documentary. If I could have predicted the failure of my documentary, would I have flown to Hawaii earlier and spent more time than just the 10 days I was able to spend with Mom? I was able to spend an hour with Mom the night before she died. I helped her to use the bathroom. I watched a documentary on the Beverly Hillbillies. The last thing Mom said to me was, make sure you take care of your health and see a doctor. If you don't have your health, you don't have anything.
Your mother used to say people tell her that, everybody sees them so artistically arranged. She arranges the flowers so well. And now at least Luke knows how to still carry on.
Is it Pixel?
Yeah.
Yeah. My rubbish can over.
Is there any sound?
Yeah?
It's going to be in a film
In
festival.
my heart, there's
Maybe.
a good Samaritan. I don't know who took it up from me and pushed it into the driveway. Then the waitress, my father came over in the afternoon. Somebody did it for me in the morning.